Hello, hello, and welcome to the show. We are live, and thank you so much for joining me. We have a ton to talk about, like always. Not a ton of different stories, but just a lot of deep stuff to dive into. Maybe a little bit. I don't know. There's a lot going on. There's a little bit going on, but we really need to dive into the whole whistleblower crap that's going on right now, because that stuff fishy, super fishy. But we got an update with Bob Lee, the Cash App murderer. Tim Pool's on a personal rampage against Anheuser-Busch, along with many on the right. We got a Louisville shooter update, the whistleblower stuff with all the Ukraine documents, and the DOJ is freaking out, and it's super suspect. We got AI madness. We'll jump up to Canada, talk about a little Canadian stuff. We got Justin Trudeau's brother coming out on video, half brother, saying some funky stuff. And we got Dianne Feinstein, that old bat, and just New York Times and PBS and NPR just being little whiny girls. So yeah, got a lot to talk about. But we will start off with the Bob Lee story. But first, if you haven't had a chance already, go ahead and give this stream a thumbs up wherever you're watching. I am going to cut the YouTube stream really fast because I don't think I got a strike. I got my first warning. There's such turds over there. Yeah, I don't like them. Let me check my audio and everything. Make sure that's good. I should probably put on my headphones. All right. Yeah, if you get a chance, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, a like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. But we'll get right into it with the Bob Lee story. So I've been talking about this kind of since it happened all week, because everyone around here just sort of assumed it was the same thing you would expect, the same thing that happens to lots of people in San Francisco, especially when they're out late at night. They get beat up by some random crazy person. That's what all of us assumed. And well, it's not funny, but how they're saying the far right was saying that were the only people that were assuming this. It's just like, come on, this is San Francisco. That's what everybody just figured happened. But no, this goes a lot deeper. This is a fellow tech exec. This is the founder of Expandit, which I've never heard of. His name is Nima Momemi. I've never heard of him, but apparently they knew each other, and that's sort of what everybody's reporting. That's all the SFPD said about it so far. But I mean, that's pretty interesting. So, excuse me. So he's out at 2:30 or something at night, and he gets stabbed by somebody that he knows that wasn't hanging out with them. So it sounds like, I mean, to me, it sounds like the dude was stalking him. I don't want to speculate, but I mean, if they knew each other and he stabbed him to death instead of shot him, I mean, that's personal. That is some personal stuff right there. But then you got Mike Sington, wherever he's at. I think he's over at MSNBC. I'll check after I read his tweet, but he comes out and just says, it apparently was not a random big city street crime that the far right made it out to be. San Francisco police arrested a suspect in the stabbing death of Cash App founder Bob Lee. Suspect is acquaintance and fellow tech executive. Lee was seen with the car within a car earlier. He worded that funny. So let me go to the CNN article where they basically say the same thing. So I'll just read it to you. It's not that long. But San Francisco police have arrested Nima Momemi in connection. Yeah, Nima Momemi. I believe that's how you. I'm sorry. Nima Momeni. Yeah, Nima Momeni. That is a tough one. In connection with the murder of Cash App founder Bob Lee, San Francisco Police Chief Bill Scott said during a news conference on Thursday. Scott described Momeni as a 38-year-old man from Emeryville. Scott and Momeni Lee I'm sorry, I am butchering this one. Scott and Momemi and Lee knew one another, but he didn't provide further details about the connection. California Secretary of State records indicate that Momeni has been the owner of the IT has been the owner of an IT business, which, according to the website, provides services like technical support. Momeni was taken into custody without incident, according to Scott, and taken into the San Francisco County Jail, where he was booked on the charge of murder. Lee was stabbed to death in the Rincon Hill neighborhood of San Francisco early in the morning of April 4th. The moments following the stabbing attack were captured on surveillance video and in a 911 call to authorities, according to the local Bay Area news portal. The surveillance footage reviewed by the online news site, the San Francisco Standard, shows Lee walking on Main Street, gripping his side with one hand and his cell phone in the other, leaving a trail of blood behind him. This whole thing is horrific, but you guys get the gist of it. So, I mean, I don't know if they got the stabbing on. It doesn't look like they have the stabbing on footage, but I'm sure it's floating around somewhere. There's cameras everywhere. But yeah, that's the update on the Cash App founder. Looks like he was stabbed to death by somebody he knew, and it wasn't homeless crime. Humbled Surfer, what's up, man? How's it going? I mean, the whole thing's tragic. You know, nobody wants anybody to get stabbed to death, and the guy was well known in the tech industry, and I don't know anything about him, but it's definitely tragic. But it's not what we thought it was. It's not a random homeless person attack like it was with the fire chief that happened, I think, the following night. So CNN spinning it. Actually, here I didn't even get to the part where they started. Yeah, here we go. Many in the tech world and beyond responded to the news of Lee's death with an outpouring of shock and grief. Some, including Elon Musk, also said the incident highlighted the fact that violent crime in SF is horrific. But on Thursday, San Francisco District Attorney Brooke Jenkins criticized Musk's statement as reckless and irresponsible. Jenkins said Musk's remark assumed incorrect circumstances about the death and effectively spreads information while police were actively working to solve the case. What? People speculating on what they think probably happened isn't spreading information. They're spreading misinformation. I hate this talk. It's so ridiculous and reckless and irresponsible. Reckless and irresponsible is allowing this type of behavior on the San Francisco streets to continue. You can't walk down the street in the majority of San Francisco without fearing for your life. I mean, some people more than others, but it's absurd how bad it is on the streets of San Francisco. I mean, Whole Foods just decided to pack it up. Who would run a business there right now? I mean, theft is pretty much legalized up to like $1,000, I think it is. Hey, Pete Grabber. How you doing, man? So, everybody's trying to say the far right was spreading misinformation, saying no, we weren't. I'm not saying I'm far right either, but I'm one of the people that was saying, yeah, it's probably just a random stabbing because, there's crazy people everywhere. Just go walk down the street and take video. You'll see them everywhere, midday, any time of day, everywhere. So shut up, CNN and whoever this was, District Attorney Brooke Jenkins. Such a white liberal chick name. I'm just assuming she's a white liberal chick because her name is Brooke Jenkins. Yeah, I'm a jerk. All right, I think that's about it on the Bob Lee story. All right. So next thing that's kind of going on, I'm going to try not to go too long on this stream tonight. I mean, the last ones have been over an hour. I mean, it would be nice if I could keep this one around an hour, but I don't know if it's going to work. I'm actually going to cut the stream over at I'm going to cut the stream over on YouTube. So if you guys are watching over on YouTube, I would highly recommend that you go and watch over on Twitter or Rumble. I recommend watching on Rumble if you want to join the chat and you'll be able to see what you're saying. Yeah, so I think I am going to end the chat or end the stream.